Hey, here we go with another episode on Real Estate Fanatics. Today we're talking about the 8 best websites for real estate agents. Stay tuned, you're not going to want to miss these. However, before we begin, here's my Calendly link. Subscribe to our channel. Punch my Calendly link. Schedule a time to talk with me anytime you want. Always happy to talk about anything and everything. Just hook it up on the Calendly link. And here we go. So here's the first one. The first one of 8 is controversial, or could be controversial. I don't really see it that way, but a lot of people will. Zillow. Zillow is obviously the online leading real estate marketplace website right now. There's a lot of controversy with it. They're there to compete with us. I don't have a problem with competition. I don't personally play in that real estate space with the premier agent, things of that nature. I just don't feel like Zillow respects my time. Obviously, I think you're kind of working for them when you're in that capacity. That's just my 2 cents. They obviously have a high expectation on conversion, which means you got to drop what you're doing at any point in time if you're a premier agent in their program to answer their calls. You got to have high conversion rates. Again, I don't think any of those things are bad. Thing is just, what are you willing to trade? I'm not really willing to trade my lifestyle, my soul, things like that. However, there's a lot of people that do it at a high level of success. Obviously, Zillow's there. It's where all the eyeballs are. So it's a great place if you decide to advertise your services. You can promote your listings there. There's free options to do that. Some people will say you're selling away your business. I don't have an opinion on that right now. That's a whole other topic at mine. But just know, Zillow's got to figure it out. The consumer eyeballs are going there. So it is what it is. All right, Realtor.com. That's another excellent one. I personally like a lot about Realtor.com. I don't know if you've seen it recently, but honestly, they take 3 different sources, core value, some other things like that, and they're actually doing some CMAs that, in my opinion, sometimes are a little bit better than Zillow. Again, I don't think anything ever replaces your own personal research, doing your own MLS comps, things of that nature. But I do go to Realtor.com on occasion, and I'll type that property address in, and I will go down to the bottom, and I will see that there's 3 different values, and even then, and then it averages out. But so you can see, like there is no perfect tool or science, because obviously we all know getting in the house is where you really need to be to know the condition of the house, things of that nature. But if you're just looking for a quick, easy one to do, that's a good one, because it provides 3 different data points on comps and values based on 3 different sources. So again, quick, easy one, I would go there. The other thing I like about Realtor.com is, for now, for the most part, I think they're definitely there to support the real estate agent, whereas I think Zillow is more of a competitor. You can do reviews there, and I trust that you would be able to keep those reviews more than I trust possibly Zillow, allowing you to keep your reviews forever. So there's that. Homes.com, that's another awesome one. It has a range of tools and resources for buyers and sellers. Agents can use Homes.com to also promote their listings, advertise their services. So there's one that I don't use a whole lot, don't know a ton about it, but I'm hearing some more and more about that. Obviously, Redfin's making a big splash on their internet presence and their marketing and things like that. So definitely would look at Redfin. Again, agree with their model, disagree with the model, doesn't really matter. I have used it to research articles. They have some pretty good articles on there around markets and economy and things like that. So absolutely. The 5th one I would say is Niche, Niche. Niche is a good one to go look at and give to your potential buyers a look at school districts, a look at demographics in an area. We get that question frequently, is like, hey, I want to be in a good school district. Again, that's not usually a question in most states that you can answer, because your definition of a good school district may be different than what their definition of a school district is. So I like to be able to give my clients resources. I don't want to be a dead-end guy that's just like, hey, I can't really talk about that. I'm like, cool, understand that, what your expectations are and what my experiences are may look a little different on what the good school district is. So here's a resource for you. Go out and check it out. The 6th one, or the 5th one I would look at, is LinkedIn. So LinkedIn's a professional social networking platform. Obviously, I'm looking at that a lot too, basically for hiring, for recruiting agents into the business. You got Sales Navigator within there. It's a paid tool, but I use that to be able to just go out and touch base with other realtors. Perhaps you can target certain, you can actually break that down into how many years in the business, right? Where they're working. There's all kinds of stuff like that. So I do like LinkedIn from that. I do use LinkedIn to also post our upcoming listings and our closings, so just for branding and credibility. The sixth one I would say is Facebook. So Facebook is obviously one of the biggest tools that we built our business on. It is a great way to build, it's only as good as your friends list. So if you've got 5 people as friends, your audience is pretty small. There's obviously some challenges in growing that, and you want to grow that with people that you know, like, and trust, or at least are friends with people that you know, like, and trust. I've seen challenges where people just get in there and just add everybody, and then they're getting all kinds of spam and inappropriate photos and all that stuff, so you have to be smart about how you do it. However, give me a tool, or tell me a tool where you can have up to 5,000 people's eyeballs on it at any given time for free, right? I'm just a big proponent of Facebook. I've built my business off of that, and it really was, and if I could tell you, hey, you could go pay for radio, or you could go pay for an ad on the TV, that's great. It's going to be super expensive. It'll get a lot more eyeballs on it, but I would rather target my local community, right, through the people that I have on my Facebook page. I'd rather have control of my marketing and advertising. I want to be able to post as much or as little as I want. I don't get those opportunities in those larger dollar opportunities, which is radio and TV. So the last one that I would say, probably 8, is Trulia, which is kind of a spinoff of Zillow. I think they're all partners together, all owned together by the same place, but Trulia also gives you some opportunity to advertise your stuff. Most MLSs will have like a HubSpot, or I don't know exactly what it's called, but basically it'll push it out to all of these different IDX feeds. And if you want them on all those locations, usually most MLSs can do it. Some have said, no, we're not doing it. Some give you the option to do it. But those might be some opportunities to look at your MLS and what it does, and then look at the pros and cons of, do you want to push it out to those places or do you not? I'm a big believer of putting my name, my brand out in as many places as I can, especially if I can do it at no cost. Obviously, some Redfins and your cool bankers and some other sites, KWs, whatever, right? All brokerages will take your listing, if you allow it, right from the MLS and post it on their websites. So in a lot of cases, you're advertising, your real job is to advertise your listing for your seller, but obviously you can get some branding out of that as well. So hopefully those 8 websites give you a little bit of help. There's a lot more that I could give you, but these were just the big picture, high level ones that I would definitely start with. And I hope you found some value in that. If you want to put some comments down below, I'm always happy to share any of our systems, tools, or processes with you. If you want to subscribe to our channel, go for it, and like our video if you found value here. So until the next time.